What is up, YouTubers? Well, I thought I would try this. I put a new camera on my phone and I'm going to try it out here. But a lot of you have been asking me about the Snap on fan, so I thought I would throw it out there to you. I don't know if you guys can see it. Let me see if I can't turn this bad boy around. There's the fan. Of course, I got my little Joker caricature down there, but it's the LED clock fan. Uh, Turn you around one more time. This is the box for it. Right here, I had to dig it out. Excuse me. It's the LED clock fan. It's got the real time and temperature, Celsius, Fahrenheit, uh, LED lighted, volted fan. You got a high setting and a low setting. Two-speed setting. It's magnetic. You can adjust it, anyhow you want to set it. And I'm sure a lot of you've seen it, how it sits on Jay's box. Mine, I just chose to put it on the hutch, and do it that way. I believe, I think mine, it was either 55 or $62. I don't remember. It's been quite a while since I've had it. It's been over a year. I think my Snap-on guy was one of the first ones to have it. He'd went to the Snap-on trade show. I'm sure you guys want to know the part number on it, which is KA fan. It's just KA fan. I run it day in and day out. It's been a trooper. The only thing I don't like, they're doing some work behind us, and when I have that back door open, it brings all the dust. That's what I'm doing today, is kind of trying to sweep up around. And I noticed there was a fine film of dust on top of my box, and the fan, I'm gonna have to pull it apart and clean it. And that's what I like about it too. There's like 3 screws, and you can pull it apart, wipe it down, and that. But right now, it's got a lot of dust and stuff in it, and I had to shut the back door because they're running heavy equipment back there. And I teased my wife that she asked me what they were doing back there, and I told her that they were cleaning dirt. And what it is they'll take the big clumps of dirt and put it through a sifter and grind it up, and then it turns into a fine dirt, and that's what's coming this way. It's, like I told her, it's cleaning dirt. I just kind of wanted to tell you guys a little bit about it. I've had a couple people ask me about the fan, so about between 55 and 65, I would say. I'm not real sure what I did give for it. I'd have to go back through my stuff and look. Like I said, I think it was around 62, but that's a rough estimate for you guys. And also, I'd like to throw it out there. Jay Young and Shauna, way to go last night. That it was, I enjoyed that. Bruce Allen and Justin Dowell, and I stayed up and watched that one too. It's kind of hard to watch all of them. And I would just like to throw it out there, guys. I'm I had told Shauna that I had a soft spot for teachers and things, and that's one thing that I truly, I guess because I come from come up from hard times and that, and I always had a teacher there that helped support me, and they they believed in me. I'll just put it that way. They always told me that I never had a disability, and that's what I'm saying. If you can be a mentor or be a somebody that will help the younger generation, the small kids, and give them, put an impression in them. Like I said, I played 1 year of football. I had coaches, encourage me. I had uh, a lot of teachers that, I had an auto mechanics teacher that, it told me that, if that's what you want to do, and that he said, just be the best that you can be. And, I guess that's where I have the soft spot, because even though I had to fight through school, and, I got in several scuffles, and I was in the principal's office quite a bit. I still always had somebody there, and there was a lot of people that didn't get along with the vice principal, and I got to know my vice principal, and that's saying a lot, because he thought a lot of me. He'd just tell me, you just need to not be so punchy, I guess is the word. Don't, just because somebody says something to you, or tells you something that you don't like, that don't mean that you have to fight them all the time. You need to kind of be a little bit more understanding, and that. And I'm getting off track, but yeah, I just wanted to say, thank a teacher or a coach. And I've said this in one of my other videos, but a lot of time, and I'm one of the world's worst. I hate reading. I did not do good in school. I was a hands-on. If you give me a video, or you give me a how-to, book or something, I write a lot of the hot rod magazines and stuff. And it was funny, we were cleaning out our garage and stuff, and I had probably, I would say, 5,000 or more books that I had to throw away. We rented a dumpster, and I filled the whole bottom of the dumpster up with old trucking magazines and stuff, and I couldn't believe I'd kept them all over the years. And I had a couple people tell me, oh, you just threw away a lot of money, because they probably were something, but that's beside the point. It's just, that's something that's dear to my heart, that, for you to, if you could tell a teacher or somebody like that, hey, you're doing a great job. I'm sure, they don't get the appreciation like they should. They do their job day in and day out, and they're, in my opinion, just like a police officer, or somebody that's in the service. They don't get recognized like they should. And they've got they deal with your kids day in and day out, and they probably know your kids better than you do. And I hate to say that, but there's some parents that just, I don't know. I had kids in school and things. Set this off of here. Tell me, and I had a really good friend that he was he had a problem. He fought through school, and I and him kind of run around, and I had a couple teachers come to me, and I didn't know that he was into things that he probably shouldn't have been into. And I had a teacher come to me, and she told me, she said, you get to run around with him, and that you're going to be put in the same category, and you really don't want that. And she said, I think enough of you that I want to tell you that you really need to cut ties with him. She said, I understand he's a good person, and she said, I've seen him stand up for you, but she said, don't take that part of it. She said, he's bad news, basically what she told me. And I always thought a lot of him, but as I found out, later on, and he ended up in a reform school. And, he was a very nice person, but, he got into the point to where, he got into some bad stuff. And that's what I'm just saying, if you can, just tell a teacher that, hey, thank you for doing what you're doing. I appreciate them. Like I said, I had a rough time. I had learning disability, and I never let it stop me, because I had teachers there that, they told me that I could do it. And like I said, I was in the principal's office and superintendent's office. It was just one of them deals that, if you made fun of me or whatever, I'd want to throw down with you. And it's just one of them things. But if you can, just tell them, hey, thanks, thanks for everything you've done. But I'm rambling as usual. I just kind of want to show you guys that fan once again. It's K-Fan. I believe it's 55 to 65, guys. I really, I looked for the receipt so I could be sure to tell you what it was, but I'm not real sure. But there's the box, and you can see the fan behind me. It's a really cool deal. Get it? Really cool. Haha. It's one of them deals that, I think, and I was going to also tell you guys, I don't know, and I can't remember if I did, but a while back I had done I'm not sure if I posted it or not, but I got this off the Gear Wrench truck, the Creeper. It was, I believe, $99. What I like about it is it fits good. I've used it 2 or 3 times. I like the wheels. They're not, in my opinion, they could have done a little bit better job on the wheels, because every now and then if I roll around, excuse me, and if I roll on a nut or bolt, it will stick in the wheel. I've got a friend that's got a snap-on one, and it'll roll over it usually, but this one's been a pretty good for what I've used it here at the shop. And it was green to match my box. But I just kind of want to tell you guys, if you get a chance, on the Gear Wrench truck, or Cornwell, I think, carries the same Creeper. I'm not real sure, but he gets a lot of stuff from Cornwell. And the other thing I was going to tell you guys, I've had these since I opened the business, about 2.5 years. The Harbor Freight jacks. I know a lot of people don't say or tell you that they're junk, but it's lightweight. This one's it's been used. We use it here all the time. I use it on the Dodge Challengers and things. And it's just an overall, and I've got the small one here, and then I got the big one to match over there. Plus I've got another one at the house I've had for about 7 years. I bought them when Harbor Freight opened here several years ago, and I've had it ever since. And I've used it for a transmission jack, a door jack. I've used it just about for everything. And it's withstand, a lot of stuff. I've even used it on my Camaro for to move it, like a dolly. I'd jack it up, have the front end on it, or up off the ground with a 454, and I would literally push the jack or pull it, and it would withstand it. I have a 2.5 ton one I've had for years that I bought from a guy, and I was doing that with it, and I blew the seals out of it. And I know you're not supposed to do that, but it's just one of them deals that I needed to move the car, and the wheels on my dollies had froze up because it had sat so long, so I had to grease them up. They roll good now, but I didn't have the time or want to wait on it, so that's what I did. And there was one other thing I was going to show you guys. And I don't know if any of y'all work on the newer vehicles and things, and a lot of times, like with the Dodge Challengers, getting up underneath the front is a pain. And what I usually do is I bought these, and they're from, you can go to www.zl1addons.com. And what it is, and I'm sure you can make these, but these have magnets in here, and this little groove, and they were for like the ZL1 Camaros, Corvettes, whatever. But you take this and you put it along in the body. You put this up in there, this groove in there, and it'll magnetically stick, and it sticks down from your body, and then you could slide a jack in here and jack the car up, and you won't hurt the body on the ZL1s, and especially the Camaros and the Dodge Challengers. If you don't watch it, you can, especially on the Dodge Challengers, there's a plastic piece that goes across there, and you can damage that plastic piece. And these are made in America. I believe it's got like a patent pending on it. I'm not real, like I said, they're for the, mainly made for the Camaro and the Challengers. It says it right on there. These have been a lifesaver. I've got a set of 4 of them, and a lot of times what I'll do is put them on the front, jack it up to the side, and that way I can slide my other jack up underneath the front to jack the whole car up. But you know, even with these short jacks from Harbor Freight, they don't work, and that's probably why I don't have a snap-on one, because we measured the snap-on one and it's tapered, and it will not fit up underneath the car. So I'd still have to use my Harbor Freight jack to jack it up, and then put the snap-on one up underneath it. And at the time, I just didn't want to spend the money. I could buy, you know, 3 jacks for what I pay snap-on for the other one, and maybe eventually I'll get a snap-on jack, but I was more interested in the safety part of it, so I bought the snap-on. I've got the jack stands, and I've got a set of 4 of them, and that's the one thing I'd like to tell you guys. I get onto my neighbor down the road all the time. He's an older gentleman, and he's old school, and I notice he's starting to do it more, but I seen him crawl up underneath the truck the other day. He was just checking something out. He said, "Oh, it was only 5 minutes." And I said, "Well, that can happen in 5 minutes." But he didn't have jack stands under it. And please, when you're doing that stuff, put a jack stand under it. I don't care if it's 5 minutes, 3 minutes. Just try to be safe, because you know, we all want to see your videos and things, and don't take any chances, because that, you know, it can happen so fast. My mom's brother, that's how he got killed, was him and his brother decided they didn't have jack stands, so they used bricks underneath the car, and they had all 4 wheels off the ground. His brother turned around or got out from underneath the car. The bricks broke, the car come down and crushed him. So, you know, you just got to be careful, guys, and I plead with you, please, just, you know, be safe and use your head. And I know some of you guys are thinking that's, you know, it's kind of foolish for me to say anything, but I just thought felt that I needed to put that out there, because I know, and I've taken chances. You know, when I worked in the factory, there was several things that we kind of bent the rules, I'll put it that way. But please, just be safe out there. Like my videos, share. Once again, I appreciate everybody that's watching my videos. I appreciate everybody that's commenting. And if I don't get back with you, you know, I read all your comments. I have you know, I appreciate everything. You know, like I said the other day, I'm very humble. Thank you once again for watching my videos. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Go watch some of these other guys' videos. Let's keep this YouTube community going. Have a great Wednesday. God bless and have a blessed day, and we'll see you in the next video.